All right. Well, welcome to Sports Talk. This is the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame edition of Sports Talk, which I have the honor of doing these podcasts with our 2026 inductees, Mike Huey. Mike, congratulations.
Thank you,
thanks
Bob.
for coming on.
Thank you.
So let's start with 41 years in the business.
41 years, sir.
I did
Yes.
33 and I was exhausted.
Yes.
How do you do 41 years in our business?
Well, it's a combination of I coached for 34. I mean, I was in the school district for 34 years, and then I continued coaching for years after
so
that.
34 at Mattituck.
At Mattituck.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That is a historic
I
career.
really lucked out when I got the job at Mattituck. I found a home there and really stuck it out. Yeah. It was never a job to me, you know what I mean?
Tell me about, I know everybody knows you as the soccer guy. I mean, I always knew you as the soccer guy.
Right.
But you were doing boys tennis. It said, what I read, it said, I think 76. You started with boys tennis?
Yes, I did, yeah.
And how many years did you do that for?
Oh, 41 years.
That is unbelievable.
Yes.
41 years of boys tennis.
Yes.
And then you were saying earlier, in the summer times, you were running tennis out here. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I needed to make money in the summertime because
Sure.
we didn't get paid that much back in those days. So I found this job out in East Hampton Tennis Club, and I ran the tennis club out there for 25 years. And,
Wow.
And it actually ended up to be a blessing in disguise because my kids all got jobs there. And they were doing the courts, hitting with members. And,
Well, now you mentioned the kids. So obviously athletic runs in the family and education runs in the family.
Yes.
When I first came out, I started out in South Manor, which you know very well.
Right.
Right? The kids came through, but I would pass this building on my way back and forth from East Moriches over to Dayton Avenue, and it was called Clayton Huey Elementary School. This is your dad.
Yes, this is my dad.
So
Yep.
tell me about Clayton Huey and how he started and how you ended up in education.
Well, he started as a phys ed teacher. He was a phys ed teacher,
Like us.
like us, and as a young boy, I went to parochial school until third grade.
Okay.
And we had one of the holidays off and everything. So Dad took my brother and I to school with him, and we had gym class, and we never had gym class in parochial
Oh, you
school.
didn't have gym class.
And I knew from that day on in third grade that I was
Really?
going to be a phys ed teacher.
Really?
I knew that.
Oh, wow. That's a great moment. And
Yep.
what when did you start playing organized sports, and what sports did you play?
I went to St. Mattituck High School, and I played soccer, basketball, and baseball there.
Soccer, basketball, and
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah.
And then
After in college, I picked up tennis, and I
was going to ask you that.
and I fell in love with tennis, and I started playing a lot of tennis and tournaments and stuff like that.
And what were your first coaching jobs?
Actually, I did my first. As soon as I got to Mattituck, I did JV boys soccer, assistant varsity boys basketball, and then tennis.
And tennis.
Yeah.
And then you just had that run
Right.
with tennis.
Right.
Like I didn't know that. I was reading about it here. I mean, 41 years, and I got to find it. Mattituck tennis. 42 it says 42 seasons
Well,
here,
yeah.
achieving over 400 career victories, 402 and 233 record. I mean, that is fantastic.
Yeah, we had a good run there. We had a good run.
To run that far with one guy means you did a really, really nice job. You had a great impact on them.
Thank you.
And tell me about your career as an athletic director. I mean, you ran, the whole time I was around, you ran everything in soccer.
I became athletic director in 1980, until I retired in 2009.
Okay, so I was in ninth grade when you started.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
And fortunately, we're in a small school, and the phys ed teacher was asked to do everything.
Of course.
And they asked, "Would you want to be athletic director?" I didn't even know what it entailed. And I said, "Sure, I'll be athletic director." "Well, you got to take this course, this course." I said, "Wow, I didn't know about that." You know?
Yeah.
So I got my administrative degree, became AD, and I got into the job and I loved it. And the great thing about being at Mattituck, I got to do everything. I got to coach. I got to be athletic director. I got to.
And were you teaching phys ed as well?
I did teach classes too also.
Did they give you at least a modified schedule?
A modified schedule, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with that because as a former AD myself, I'm retired now, just the hats that you wear, transportation, scheduling,
Big.
officials.
Yes.
I mean, everything we do, uniforms, the balls, like you name it, there's a million things to do in that job.
Yeah.
And then to coach while you're doing it
Right.
is super, super impressive. I mean, you really had to have everything in order.
Especially on rainy days.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, for our audience, when it rains, it's an athletic director's nightmare.
That's
Are
right.
we keeping the game? Are we moving the game? Can we reschedule it?
Yep.
What about the transportation? Yeah. Oh, I don't miss that.
I don't miss that either.
What are your like pinnacle moments from your career? What stands out to you the most?
I think the relationships that I've developed with the students, with the student athletes, and as I got into the administrative part with it, and the coaches and other coaches, I great relationships
Sure.
there, and through soccer, I've become pretty high up in the state, and I developed great relationships there, and for those, and these relationships are strong relationships.
Sure.
They're
Lifelong
relationships, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, your name is well known throughout the state as an athletic director, but also for running the soccer, in New York State, and just you made a mark on so many people in your career, and I think that's the one thing. There's a little poem called "The Dash," and it's the day you're born to the day you leave this earth, and the dash is what's in between.
Right.
And that dash is the impact that you made on people while you were here.
Right.
And for you, an outstanding impact. I mean, you could hold your head up high forever, and your children and your grandchildren will all hold their head up and say, this guy, he did it the right way. He made an
thank you.
amazing. Well, you did.
Yeah.
I mean, you really did. And
I tried. I tried.
You succeeded. You certainly succeeded. What would you say, like, what do the kids say? What do your kids, your own kids at home, which they're not at home anymore, but what do they say about their dad?
Well, I think they respect me a lot. They really do respect me a lot. But we have a great relationship. All my kids have a great, and my grandkids also. And I got 4 grandchildren, and they're awesome.
And you said they're college age now?
Well, one is college age.
One is college age.
A sophomore at URI, and
soccer or tennis?
no, she's not. She's not playing any sports.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah. And then my kids, I got a great relationship with them, and I'm so proud that my oldest daughter, she went into elementary school, and she's a second grade teacher now, and then my son is
Is that
Longwood.
Becky?
No, Becky's my niece.
Niece,
Yeah.
okay.
And
All right.
Becky's my niece, and Dawn is my oldest.
Dawn.
And she's at Cutchogue East
Okay.
Elementary School. And then and my son David, he is a phys ed teacher at Longwood High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just staying in the family.
Yep.
Awesome,
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
What would you say you want your legacy to be? When people say Mike Huey.
Well, I think First of all, I think he would be a fair guy, with a level head, fair
Sure.
guy, and I'd like to think that I'm well liked by just about everybody. You know,
I think all those things are true, as
Well-
far as I know. I think that's what I've heard about Mike Huey,
Well-
and no one has a bad word ever to say, and only positives, and that the guy really made a difference.
Well, thank you.
Made a difference throughout his career. Did you? Who have you mentored through your career? Have you had any specific people that stood out to you that you mentored and they had a successful career, whether it was a coach or an AD?
Well, obviously, my son. I think he coaches very similar to the way I used to coach, and I'm very proud of him because of that. And his work ethic is very strong.
Now, when you say he coaches the way you coached, give me some of those things that matter to you as a coach that maybe not everybody does.
Well, he's not in it. He's not there to collect a paycheck. That's for sure. He gives every ounce of what he's got into everything, every sport that he's in. He coaches girls soccer at Longwood. He coaches girls bowling at Longwood. He coaches tennis at boys tennis at Longwood.
Okay, so he's going all year.
And he goes very hard all year long. Yeah.
Okay, and is it about banners on the wall, or is it about relationships with kids?
I would say the relationship with the kids. Yeah, the banners are nice. The banners are nice. But the relationship with the kids is the main thing. Yes.
And when you have those good relationships, sometimes the banners come.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's a
That's
combination
right.
of those
Yep.
two things.
Yep.
So finally, Suffolk Hall of Fame. How do you feel about that? I think it's long overdue for you.
Well, I never even thought about it. I never thought about it. I got inducted to the Soccer Hall of Fame, and I'm in the Center Merchants Hall of Fame, and I never thought...
The New York State Soccer Coaches Hall of Fame, correct? Yeah.
Yes, and I never thought I would get into the Suffolk Hall of Fame with all these great names in there. You know.
Yeah.
There's
You made your impact, though.
Well,
I mean, 41 years and the success over those years. It's not just putting the time in, but it's success during that time and your leadership role. You took on a lot of leadership roles in Section 11. You were a past president for
I was
the
past
athletic
president.
directors.
I was Conference 4 president for about 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you
I
know,
was on
these-
all the athletic council.
Every committee.
Every committee, yep.
Sure. And being in a small school, you always have to be present
Yes.
to protect those small
Yes.
schools.
Yeah. And to think about that, you know, you put a lot of time in, but I love that time. You know, when after school when we have athletic contests, I'm there. We're gonna go watch the contest. In the wintertime, I'm in the gym all the time.
Sure.
Till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know.
And you have to have support at home for that, too.
And you do have to have support. Yes, at home. Yes.
So I'm sure you had a good support system at home to allow you to...
My wife put up with a lot. Yes, she did. Yes.
to do our job. I mean,
Yes.
you
Yes.
have to have somebody there that supports that.
Right.
Amazing. Anything you want the audience to know before I let you go?
I had a great run, and I'm very humbled to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Well, a very, very well-deserved honor. Mike Huey, 41 or 42, I don't know how many years, but it's a long, long career in athletics for Suffolk County, specifically smaller for Mattituck, but it grew into all of Suffolk, New York State. You've contributed on every level in New York State. And I think that's the key for a guy like you. That's, you're getting in, but you did so much more than just the kids at Mattituck.
Yeah.
Your reach went all over New York State.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for coming on, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you in May.
Okay.
This episode of Sports Talk is brought to you by Flying Point Media Group. Elevate your branding and marketing with this full-service 360-degree media production agency specializing in high-end elegance. Flying Point Media Group.
And if I said nothing instead, would that bring you to your knees? Do you see imagination? Most of the time, a dream.